everyone, it's Debbie with Mystery Quilts Anonymous, and I've been asked to show you how I use my Tri-Rex tool. The first thing I need to mention is that I am sorry. I thought that this was a 60-degree angle, but when I measured it with a 60-degree angle line on my ruler, I find that it's about 58 or 55 degrees. So it is, when I say use this tool, you need to use this tool, or you can use a 60, but make sure that your second angle is true as well. Okay, so once you start with one tool, stick with that tool. Okay, so for the Tri tool, which is this tool here, that makes this unit right here. Okay, all of these, this, and this were made with the Tri tool. This is our Blustery Buddies, so you can see my penguin over here. And this was one of the borders that we did on Blustery Buddies. We used the Tri tool for that with two different sides of these. So here's this, and here's this. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I cut them. I'll set Blustery Buddies aside. I'll show you how I cut them. I'm going to make this piece my center triangle, and then I'm going to make this piece my outside triangles. These were left over from my tulip leaves, and these are already cut to 2.5 inches. On here, you can see, I'll put it up against a piece of paper. You can see it's measured 1.5, 2.5, 3.5. Those are the widths of your fabrics. I cut mine at 2.5, so I'm going to lay those right on that 2.5 line. You can, this will finish, because your seam line will be on the dotted lines, this will finish at a 2-inch little corner. Okay, and I cut this one the same way. And I will show you this piece also, your 2.5-inch lines. Just like that. It's going to lay on your 2.5-inch lines. All right, let's cut the single triangles first, because they're the easiest. You should have your flat line on the top. I'm going to go right to the very edge because I've already cut my selvage off of this one. My 2.5 line on the bottom. I'm going to go up and down. There's one cut. I'm just going to rotate and do it again, making sure my line is straight. I'm going to go again, and I can rotate back down and keep going the distance of the row, and that gives me my center triangles. Okay, now for these outside triangles, I like to put my fabric wrong side together or right side together, whatever you wish, and straighten the edge, which I've already done for you. And then I'm going to lay it on that 2.5-inch line. I'm actually not straight, so I'm going to straighten it up. Lay it on that 2.5-inch line, and one, and rotate, just like I did with the other one. I'm just going to rotate, no flipping, just rotating. I'm going to rotate that up and go again. Now, since I did these wrong sides together, that gives me a right side and a left side, and a right side and a left side. I know these look a bit big right now, and they are a bit wide, but we have our seam allowance in there to deal with. So I'm going to show you, I don't know if you can see this, because I'm going to lay this with my 1/4 inch sticking out at the top and at the bottom. So my stitch line is going to be right here. So let's take these two to the sewing machine and I'll show you how to put them together. Okay, so just like we had at the cutting table, I'm going to lay it on there and one more time for that right side. Line it up and sew down. All right, you will see that your stitching line should be right in that little thing. I don't know, it's not really a V. I don't know what to call it. Okay, so we're going to flip that back, and I like to leave that triangle up there, not dog-ear it off yet, because it helps me line up that second side. So I lay that right on that other triangle under there. Sorry. That's okay. My husband has a bit of a cold, just like I do. Okay, and we're going to go down the other side. Okay. And I'll show you that one more time. I like to flip it back, finger press it down, and lay that down. The other side. Actually, just push that on through, and I'll show you both of them. Your seam line should come out again right at that angle. Now I like to take those off, straighten this out and this out, and finger press that one back so you can have a look. And now we have a couple of cutesy little, these will be 2.5 inches now. They will finish at 2.5 in your quilt when you're ready to put them in. But I just wanted to give you a quick little tutorial on how to put them together. So now we have two 2.5 inch squares with the Tri-Rex tool. So it's not truly a 60 degree in there, but it's pretty close. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Remember, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And I will see you next time. Should be pretty soon.